This is The Close-Up. Conversations about creativity. From our studios in Los Angeles, here is Jim Chabin.
This is a partial list of the directors you've worked with.
Okay.
Joe and Anthony Russo,
Yes.
Peyton Reed, Joss Whedon, Kenneth Branagh, Ridley Scott, Tim Burton, James Gunn. Is there something that all of these directors have that you think is magical or special that brings out a sense of awe in them?
They're great storytellers. Great story. I mean, you missed a few, but all of the ones that we worked with are great story. The story is the key element. Regardless of all that surrounds what makes a big blockbuster or a big summer movie, at the core of it is a good story. And the one thing that when you say, how does it make you feel when you have audiences from all over the world, having that trust? Well, it's like when you go to this phenomenal restaurant and you know that this is that one meal that you'll have that year that you will remember. Well, there's a lot of pressure for that chef to do it day in and day out, because what if you have a bad day? For us, it's the same. The responsibility of telling a good story is what is at the core of what we do. Every single day. It weighs heavy, but that's what we do. It's not about, oh, let's just blow some stuff, or let's add this, or no, it's not. I mean, it has nothing to do with the story. What are you doing? Although it will be fun to do it, and it's a nice avenue to get out of the issue is the story is not tight. And that's what we try. Listen, we don't get it right all the time, but we sure try.
Well, I think that we're in an era where special effects by all the studios and many filmmakers are seen as something to kind of put into the movie to elicit excitement from 12-year-old boys. Mm-hmm. Marvel's effects seem to be in service of the story. Is that a discipline that you bring to it, or is it just, it's never out of your thought process that if this is not a part of the story, I don't really need a truck blowing up?
I think for us, we are very aware that the spectacle element needs to be there, as you would have it in any James Bond movie. Part of being James Bond is he's sexy, he's slick, and there's a lot of action. But there is a journey for him. For us, it's the same. We just happen to have two things that we consistently stay true to. Do I want to watch that movie? I am not a comic book fan. I'm the hardest and the harshest critic. And is it funny enough? Because when we take 2 hours out of your life, we want to bring a little bit of joy. We want to show you a story that perhaps will touch you in a way that you didn't think. I mean, I've heard so many people say, I'm not into superhero movies, but I went to see Iron Man, or I went to see Guardians, or I went to see Ant-Man, or I went to see Civil War. What a different, Captain America, what a different movie. And you go, we got a new fan, because it is different. But you were engrossed in the story, as opposed to just another superhero film.
The Close-Up is produced by the Advanced Imaging Society in Hollywood and powered by Barco.